the more that I realize I can do, the more I conceptualize that I can do. So every day it gets further and further, and it's evolving into a really beautiful piece as far as art's concerned, and just being a woman and being able to say how it feels, you know. I think I have a different kind of project. It's poetry over pop music, which is kind of different for any artist on any label. What inspired the spoken word is Prince himself. I mean, he always really loved my voice, my speaking voice, and he loved my poetry, so he's brilliant, and he asked me, was I interested in doing a poetry album, and I'm one person to always try something, and so here I am. I'm doing a poetry album.
Yeah, this was just a dream, but I'm living in the days of making dreams come true. So can you. Rolling around in an elephant box. Rolling around in an elephant box. Rolling around in an elephant box.
I want Elephant Box to be a place where people dream. And it's different for everyone, and it's a place inside everyone's heart. It's just a sacred place that we all have, where our dreams are.
Rolling around in an elephant box.
It's 30s, it's very period, and it's very sensual. All the imagery is very sensual and strong, and we took a lot of the imagery from Man Ray's photography. I'm also a Marlene Dietrich fan, and so we just took the fact that I'm a Marlene Dietrich fan and a Man Ray fan, we just put them into one video and said, here you go. I'm like a volcano, you know, I only write when I feel like there's an explosion and I need to express that. So I don't just sit around and write for the sake of filling up a book or a journal or anything. I write January 21st. Today is my birthday. I'm alone. I'm lonely. God, you know, it's always like this real passionate thing. It's not, you know, I just can't write. I can't just sit down and write about a tree because it's there and, you know. My album cover is a date. That's what it is. It doesn't have a title, it just has a date. And we did that because all of the poems that are in there are basically journal entries. And so we decided to just do that for the cover. Like, this is just a journal entry. It's a chapter in a life. So being a single mother really forced me to take a really aggressive outlook on what I wanted the rest of my life to be, and had to be responsible for someone else, and so that meant that I had to make this work for not only me but for my child. And that's another thing. I really want to inspire single mothers to not forget the dream just because you feel like you're stuck. Prince is very supportive of what I'm doing. It's not very often that someone takes a chance on someone sort of eccentric like myself, so I'm not eccentric in a way that I don't think the public can understand it, but it's taking a risk on, you know, hoping that people will understand. And working with him has been an honor and a very learning experience.
Kiss you in Paris. I wanna hold your hand in Rome.
Lenny Kravitz and myself and a guy named Andre Betts went in the studio. Dre Betts started a beat, Lenny did some strings, and I did all the vocal and the lyric. And unfortunately, he took it to someone and said that he did it all, and everyone else, like me and Dre, were sort of left out of the picture pretty much, except for he did give me something, but it wasn't credit, you know. And I think what Madonna did was brilliant. I think what she did was great. It's just too bad that I admire her so much, and I never got to communicate with her about the song ever. You know, it was like I was sort of, oh, she's the one who laid the track, you know. Other than that, you know, I wish that it would go away. It would clear up and go away so that I can get on with what I'm into now, and that's my music. And that's what I've always been into, and this just sort of came. And, but the world knows what I can do now, so. Warner Brothers has given me so much freedom to do and be who it is that I see myself as. And so there hasn't been any pressure. Everything's been very natural. And whatever anyone has said about Warner Brothers and the way they give their artists the freedom that they need, it's true. So, and I'm very fortunate to have been signed to them, because I never knew that you could do all that you really want to do until I've been given that opportunity. So I sort of walk with intuition very close at hand, and every day I feel like I'm almost walking blindly and just feeling my way through it, and just, you know, just hoping that something will come to show me what's next, and it always does. And so that's the way I lead my life.
Carnival glitter where glitters is gold. And the eyes of the old. Little toy clowns or party boy frowns. Dancing in circles marks the exit of tears. In this dream I lay wishing on stars, rolling around in an elephant box. 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 A smile gleams in my heart. Running swiftly like a child, I grow closer and closer to who I am. Who I am. Rolling around in an elephant box. Rolling around in an elephant box. Months and days wash these tears away. Turn this frown upside down. Shedding the past to harvest brighter days. I grow stronger and stronger with each new day. Rolling around in an elephant box. And I woke up. Rolling around in an elephant box. A smile on my face and hope in my heart. And an elephant box under my pillow. This was just a dream, but I'm living in the days of making dreams come true. So can you? Rolling around in an elephant box. 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 Rolling around in an elephant box.